Quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run on first down with Moss. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll drop to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now they try the right side here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there, with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take the first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And This defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? When you're down early, how do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Yeah, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
21-0 our score after 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Moss. Moss going to have a first down and more. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially his second interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Back to throw. That is caught by Moss. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more of what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've seen what was a comfortable 21-0 lead go completely by the wayside. Now 21-all as they take over 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center filders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
That was one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st down, Moss. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lloyd. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now up to 14. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs set to get to football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he's been able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Check 13. Check 13. Rush in. Rush in.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up a third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. On the handoff, running left, Moss. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.